It is hard to believe we are already about 6 weeks into the new year, and this is about the time that I sit down, take a look at my goals, and determine what's working, what's stressing me out, and what needs some tweaking. And I highly recommend you take the opportunity to do the same. Okay, real talk, a lot of real estate agents start the year out with unrealistic, high pressure goals that sound good but don't actually move the needle forward. And I'm talking about something like, I'm going to sell 100 homes this year. Cool, but do you have the systems in place to do that? Or I'm going to post on social media every single day. That's going to lead to burnout. Or another one of my favorites is when an agent says, I'm going to start waking up at 4 a.m. and I'm going to cold call all day, or whatever lead generation strategy they're doing. First, y'all already know how I feel about cold calling, but aside from that, if you aren't already getting up in the 4 a.m.-ish time frame and lead generating all day long, that simply is not realistic. You're not going to get there overnight. You're going to burn out and you're not going to be consistent. And in real estate, it's not about setting a bunch of different goals. It's about setting the right goals that you are actually going to commit to, putting the systems in place, and then being consistent. So let's talk about what goals you should kick to the curb in 2025. First up is you do not want to have an all or nothing approach. And what I mean by that is, if you have committed to posting on social media, let's say 3 to 4 times a week, and let's say that you miss a couple days and then you feel like a complete failure. No, that is not a realistic goal. Life happens, business happens, and you're not a failure if you don't post for a couple of days. The next thing that I would kick to the curb is goals that are just based on willpower. We're all human. Some days our willpower is better than others. And if your goals are strictly based on willpower, you're not going to be successful. I hate to sound harsh. Those are the facts, though. You've got to have the right systems in place. So on those days where maybe your willpower just decides to sleep in or doesn't show up, you still have the right systems in place to keep moving your business forward. The third thing is setting goals that are just based on what someone else is doing. So a real estate agent that you see killing it on YouTube, for example, and then you just copy and paste their goals. Your goals have to be specific to you and how you do business and your personality. A copy and paste approach is not going to work 99% of the time. So if that's how you set your goals, we're going to kick all those to the curb. And now we're going to talk about what it means to actually set realistic, attainable goals that are not an all or nothing mentality. So goals worth keeping or even tweaking. First up is be consistent, but also give yourself grace. So instead of saying, I'm going to post on social media every day, set a goal of, I'm going to post on social media 3 times a week and show up in stories at least once daily. Another shift or tweak to a goal is if you have set a goal to close 50 transactions in the new year, take a step back from that and remember that real estate is not just about transactions, it's about relationships. So tweak that goal to be, how many conversations do I need to have on a daily basis in order to close 50 transactions? The other thing about real estate goals is your follow-up. So many agents think that they have a lead problem and that they need more leads coming in, but the real problem is in the follow-up and the lack of systems associated with it. So systematize your follow-up. Instead of saying, I'm going to be better about follow-up in the new year, change that to, I commit to following up with 5 leads and checking in with 5 past clients every week. Pick whatever number works for you, but actually assigning those small tasks versus keeping the goal very broad and saying, I'm going to improve on my follow-up does 2 things. One, it's going to move the needle forward more. Those daily small wins stack up, and that also creates consistency. But 2, and also equally important, is what it does for your mindset. Real estate is a grind. It is 24/7 if you allow it to be. It's high highs and low lows. And we have to be conscious that our mindset plays into all of this. So if you are seeing these little wins on a regular basis versus this huge unattainable goal, your mindset improves. And mindset is very important when it comes to being successful in real estate. So I want you to really reassess where you are with your goals. If there's a particular goal that gives you anxiety just reading it, or you don't even know what to do on a daily basis to achieve that goal, it's got to go or it has to be revised. And that's really where I want you to put your energy. Most of us set New Year's goals and we never even look at them again, much less go back and revise and tweak them. If you need some help tweaking your goals, or maybe you haven't set goals yet for the new year, feel free to comment below. I'd be happy to help you, or you can reach out to me directly on Instagram. You'll find me at Amanda S. Davidson. I hope you got some value from this. I hope you invest some time into taking a look at your goals. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Until I see you on the next one, thanks for watching.